Have you ever bought a car just because someone else told you to do so? Probably you didn't. Even if you had actually planned to buy one, it is unlikely that you would have purchased it on the basis of someone else telling you to do so. Our market economy has quickly realized this and is eagerly applying the following principle: appealing to the interests of their audience. No commercial is upfront about the company's interest in convincing customers to purchase their cars. Instead, commercials are designed to communicate, highlight, and even reduce a product to the benefits it offers for potential customers. They appeal to our sensibility to status by associating the possession of such car to securing a desired status. They tell us how easy we can find parking places, how convenient it is for traveling, and various other aspects, all according to criteria of the target audience. By addressing what people are interested in, these commercials ignite the desire to associate oneself with the product, which leads to increasing sales. In fact, this principle seems to make sense when applied to the free market economy. But if we know that this principle is working, why don't we apply it in social interactions and relations? Instead of talking about what we would want others to do for us, we should instead engage them by talking in terms of their interests. My takeaway number 1: talk in terms of other people's interest. Often in conversations, I would find myself secretly waiting for the other person to stop talking, just so that I could finally talk about things that were of real interest to me. Not really listening, I was always wondering how slowly time passes when the other person is talking. Realizing that this was just a waste of time, I radically changed my approach from desiring to speak at all costs to finding peace and real interest in listening to others, to the point where I enjoyed it more than talking myself. When I speak with an investment banker, I ask him about his biggest deals and his advice on the most profitable investments. Should I buy a house or should I invest in stocks? What would he recommend? When I meet a chef, I ask him about the most delicious menu he has created and how, according to his expertise, I could improve my cooking skills. Perhaps he would even be willing to share his favorite recipe. In a conversation with a passionate soccer player, I would ask about his greatest success and memories of his most thrilling moments on the field. He might even have some running or workout tips for me. Asking questions and showing real interest in a conversation creates a connection that enables us to learn and expand our horizons of knowledge, not only for future conversations, but also for application in our daily lives. Rather than waiting for the other to finish, active and engaged listening makes conversations more interesting and fun for both parties. Easily applied to everyday life, with friends or strangers, at work or at home. Here's takeaway number 2. Be a good listener and show real interest in the other person. When was the last time you went to buy a new coat or a new smartphone? Anything. Imagine following situation. You need to buy new shoes for a hiking trip, and the person in the store is desperately trying to sell you more things. A tent, an anti-transparent shirt, or some new socks. You feel uncomfortable and might have already left the store. Now, imagine the situation would be a little different. The shop assistant asks you what you need the shoes for. You tell him about the hiking trip you have planned with some friends, and the vendor reminds you of the weather, the cold temperatures and high altitudes, and of the amount of time required for a trip like this. He's not explicitly pointing you to buy more than the shoes you have came to buy, but showing that you can feel free to ask for further assistance when looking around. Now, you start thinking about your equipment and the preparation process. You feel like you might actually get cold without an extra sport shirt, and realize that your tent is not really waterproof. The idea of buying another tent and a shirt seems more appealing when you come to such conclusions on your own. Now, the situation meets both of the parties' interests. This concept works not only to achieve cooperation and sales situations, but also in ordinary social situations. In fact, making other people feel that an idea is theirs might make them want to spend holidays at a place that you cherish, or allow you to strike an agreement of which everybody is convinced in the next business meeting. Here's takeaway number 3. Making the other person feel that the idea is theirs is a powerful means for successful cooperations. You want to explore more big ideas and concepts? Subscribe now. Coming next, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Additional takeaways are coming soon. Get more big ideas and further concepts now. Sign up for free on www.myndgate.me.